Harding. Welcome to my blog .stampwithelaine.com and welcome to today's project. I am showcasing the Cupcakes and Carousel suite, which you can find on page 9 of the Spring Summer catalogue. The suite comprises the Cupcakes and Carousel cardstock pack, so that's 24 sheets of cardstock, 8 each of 3 colours in Calypso Coral, So Saffron and Very Vanilla. Carousel Birthday stamp set, which is available in clear mount or wood mount. Cupcakes. These ones here also coordinate with the up and away thinlits dies, so you can use this little basket dies for the cupcake and the cloud. 6x6 or 15.2 by 15.2 DSP stack. There's 48 sheets and 4 each of 12 double-sided designs. Cupcakes and Carousel's embellishment pack, that comes with 1.8 meters of ombre Calypso Coral ribbon, the gold and Pool Party and So Saffron baker's twine, some sequins, 8 paper bows, 8 labels with gold foil on it. The embellishment kit also includes some mini glue dots and a pair of marker pens, which you can buy as a pair rather than the whole pack, in Bermuda Bay and Calypso Coral, which matches the colours in the paper stack. The designer papers and the embellishment kit make really quick, easy cards. I've done 2 samples here for you to see. The project we're making today are these hexagonal boxes, which sort of look like a carousel. Having looked at the product suite, what you actually need to make this project is the Carousel Cupcakes and Carousel DSP, the stamp set. I'm only going to use the little carousel horse, your simply scored board, and your trimmer. Bermuda Bay cardstock cut at 6 inches by 11 inches, and some Very Vanilla cardstock, that's half an A4 sheet to stamp on. Bermuda Bay ink, crocodile, and the Very Vanilla 1/4 inch ribbon, 6.4mm ribbon. We're going to be making the taller one. And the panels are 1 3/4 inches and the height is 2 inches. So we score at 1 3/4, 3 1/2, 5 1/4, 7, 8 3/4, and 10 1/2. Then with the short side on top, 2 inches and 4 inches. In order to fold the triangular panels, we need to mark the halfway point between each panel, and that would be 7/8 of an inch. Mark is 7/8. The next one is 2 5/8, 4 3/8, 6 1/8, 7 7/8, 9 5/8. If you find that confusing or the measurements difficult to remember, then all you have to do is from each panel score line, so say at the 1 3/4 inch, you just count 7 notches, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and then just mark it. And then again from the next panel, 3 1/2, you count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, 4 3/8, and so on. Now I've put a white chalk line on my scoreboard right at the 6 inches mark, right the way down my scoreboard. So if you, the first one is the tricky one, line that up, this point here, and the mark at the top, in the middle, and then just draw a line. Now this is easier to do. Line up this score line with a 6 inch line. Okay, put your stylus there and then swivel your cardstock until that mark meets the 6-inch line, and you score up. Okay, and you do the same all the way along. So line that up with this line here. Let me move that up so you can see. So this line is with the 6-inch line. There's your mark. Swivel your cardstock to the middle of that panel and score. Line that paper up, swivel, score. Burnish all your score lines. Your triangles at the top, this is the rectangle at the end that you want to cut off. Don't angle it, just cut it straight off. Then for these panels, you just want to cut straight up. Flip it over. Put double-sided tape on the flap here, close to the score line as possible. Skip the top panel, this is the tab at the bottom, and just put double-sided tape all along the bottom here to the end, and just snip through it. Reinforce your score lines. Take your crocodile, and you can adjust the slider here to what depth you want your hole punch to go to, and where you want to punch are near the tips of the triangle on either side. Okay, then fold it, and using the previously punched hole guides you can punch the holes again. Now I need to cut my DSP. Now these panels are 2 inch by 1 3/4 inches, so my panel needs to be 1 3/4 by 1 1/2. And make sure that you're cutting the way your pattern paper goes, that you're cutting off the right bit. 3/4 inch strip off. Now that's the long side and that's the short side. So with the short side on top, I want to cut it at 1 3/4 inches. So now I've got 3 pieces measuring 1 3/4 inches by 6 inches. So I can get 4 1/2 panels from this. So 1 1/2, 1 1/2, 1 1/2. Need 2 more. 1 1/2, 1 1/2. Bring in the scoreboard, and before I cut up the panels for the triangular pieces, I need now to mark the halfway mark on each of these 1 1/2 inch panels. So that'll be 3/4 inches, 2 1/4 inches, 3 3/4 inches, and 5 1/4 inches. So this one again, 3/4 inches and 2 1/4 inches. Okay, now I can carry on cutting the panels. 1 1/2, 1 1/2, 1 1/2, and 1 1/2. Now I'm going to show you how to cut triangular bits. So you want to basically cut from the tip of that point where your mark is down to that corner, and the same from there down to that corner, so that it forms an isosceles triangle. So place the point into the groove on there, and make sure your blade is in the middle of the paper, not at the corner, because then your paper can tear. Turn it round and do the same for the other side. Then you've got a perfect triangle. So I'll do the same for the other 6 pieces off camera. I've cut my triangles and my panels, and just to show you a quick way of inking up the edges, I wouldn't recommend it as something that you do all the time, because I'm not sure what effect it would have on your ink pad, but it's quicker than sponging. So just swipe your card, your designer paper, over your ink pad like that. Apply snail or glue to the back of your cardstock, and then glue your panels on. Put snail on the back of your rectangular pieces and pop those onto. Remove backing on your double-sided tape. Assemble your box. That's the back where the flap is. So you want the bit that doesn't have the double-sided tape, you want first. Glue that together. So long as these panels are straight, and then you do the opposite corners. So that goes down opposite that, and those two go opposite each other. Now, if you're using this sort of satiny type ribbon, it's going to fray when you thread it through. So I've pinched it so that it's only half the width of the ribbon, and just roll it in the washi tape. The washi tape has so many uses, like so. Just snip it off. Right, my flap's there, so I want to go from inside . Okay, and then just pull the ribbon tight. Tight in a knot. Using the little pony, stamp 3 times. I'm just going to fussy cut these off camera. I've fussy cut my ponies, put dimensionals on the back, so all that's left to do is just pop them on the box on alternate panels. I hope you've enjoyed today's tutorial. If you do, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe or share on Facebook, and my grateful thanks if you do. If you're watching from YouTube, you'll find the list of supplies I use below this video in the Show More section with direct links to my online store. They'll also be listed on my blog at blog.stampwithelaine.com. You can find me on Facebook, Pinterest or Instagram. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon. Bye!